My most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord. Sai Ram to all. After my son was admitted in the primary school, we stayed for a few days. And I still wanted to see him for the coming Sunday, and then we were leaving to go back to Kerala. You already know I was working in the bank. I couldn't stay much longer. Actually, I was a little bit sad after putting Kanak in school. He was my only child, and like all mothers, he had never been away from me even for a day. But the other thought was that when I was taken in Swami's Anandapur college, Swami called my parents, he comforted them, he spoke to them, and he said, "Don't worry about your daughter, I will take care of her, she's my child." And he really consoled them about leaving me behind. And I thought, I have come to see Swami after 5 years. Swami has not spoken one word to me. Of course, he took in my son to his school as promised. He had told us girls long ago that one day you will come with your children and then you will be able to eat all the fruits trees from the fruit trees that we had planted in 1971. And this had actually happened. Many of us girls had brought our children to study in Swami's primary school. So we stayed there a few days more, and we naturally had to leave the next day. The last darshan in the evening, Swami finally called my husband for interview, and my mother-in-law and myself, we also were allowed to go in. As soon as we went in, see, I was very anxious because this was an interview after 5 years. I did not know how Swami would react or how he would treat me, because in those days, 10 years ago, there was not one day that Swami didn't speak to me, or I would do something for Swami to say something to me. And I was very, very anxious. How would Swami react to me? Would he still show me love and, and the usual Bhagavan with his students. So we went inside and Swami closed the door, and there were a few other people also. Swami turned to me and he said, "You think Swami does not love you anymore? This Bhagavan is the same. His love for his devotees is eternal. It is not like human love. Human love will change like passing clouds, but Bhagavan's love remains lifetime after lifetime." And in my bag, I had a Satya Sai Speaks, one particular volume. And in those books, the inside page had a beautiful color picture of Swami. So Swami pulled out this book from my bag and he took a pen and he signed across his picture in big letters, "With love, Bhagavan." This is the first time Swami is signing for me with love without me asking for it. And then he gave us this interview and he told us many things he discussed with my husband and all that. And then he told, "I have taken your son as promised. Don't ask anything about him. He is now my child. You don't worry. Leave him in my hands, and I will take care of him far more than you could even dream of." This was Swami's promise to me. And I was very happy that Swami gave us an interview. And we left the next day. We went back to Kerala. What happened was, I was very miserable without my son, and every month I would come to see him. When I went on a Thursday, he would say, "Amma, come on Sunday." So when I went on a Sunday, he would say, "Amma, go after next Thursday." This went on and on and on, and I finished my leave, and many times I would be on loss of pay leave. And at that time, I decided, maybe it is time that, I can ask Swami again and come to Puttaparthi. Because Swami had told us a long time ago that it will take 19 years for you to come and live in Puttaparthi. This place is not for young people. And I had no hope that I would be able to come. But since I was working in Syndicate Bank and there was a branch of that bank here, I thought, okay, why not? Let me try. So when I went home, my husband and I, we decided to do, a huge ritual, do sadhana, do so much archana and prayers. And at this time, what we would do is we would get up at 2:30 in the morning. Since I did not have a small child to attend to, I would take my bath and both of us would sit in front of our altar and we would do that Swami's Sahasranama Archana every single day. One of us would read and the other would place Akshadam at Swami's feet. We did this, and then once this prayer was over, by about 3:30, 4 o'clock, Babu would bring his bike and we would go to all the temples in Trichur town. So this had the famous Vadkunathan temple and the Parmekau Devi temple and a few other temples. So when we went into the temples, it would be dark, there would be nobody. The priest would have just come and he would light a small lamp in the sanctum sanctorum and he would go for his bath. We would stand there and I would do my Lalita Sahasranam and all the prayers waiting for him to come back. And then the priest after his bath would come and light the lamps and he would decorate the idol, put all chandan and makeup and all the ornaments and beautiful skirts and dress on the idol, and I would enjoy seeing this. So this was our procedure every day. We would go in the morning, visit all the temples, and then by about 6:30 I would come home and I would make the breakfast and lunch, and by 9:30 my husband would drop me off in the bank where I worked in those days. So this went on almost the whole year of 1983 and 84. And in between this, I would come to see my son. And as usual, stay for a week or two and go back. And more, when I came, I started feeling that I would really like to be here so that I could have Swami's darshan and I could also see my son. And I started praying to Swami very sincerely. And the coming year, 1985, was Swami's 60th birthday. There was a huge preparation planned for that birthday. Almost 1 million people were planning to come, and there was massive construction, and that Hillview Stadium was getting ready for Swami's 85th birthday. So I was constantly praying to Swami, Swami, let me come and live in Puttaparthi. I want to be there for your 60th birthday. I want to have your darshan every day. And I would also be close to my son. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my videos. Please share, like, subscribe. Swami bless you all abundantly. Om Shri Sai Ram.